The Pecatonica American Legion Post 197 hosts an event to bring the communities together to celebrate their 100th anniversary. A member with the local post says they've never done a celebration like this before. Remember, as the building at 403 North Main Street in the village is named after Eugene Barloga, and the place was built by Eugene's brother after Eugene died while in combat. The event started with one of the highest military honors, the 21-gun salute.
The guys really like to do things for the deceased or for their families and to make them, try to help them through hard times.